Some of my time goes in setting up. Zoom. Some of my time goes in setting up. Zoom. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes. Now I know at least my system is working. Checking done.
Okay.
Wish you a very happy Nityananda Ekadasi. So yeah, I hope you are able to close the day soon. I mean the busy working day. And let's hear for some time discuss wonderful pastimes of Lord Nityananda so that our lives are blessed. If we can call the most powerful day of the year, we can call definitely today. So when it is so powerful, let's try to make best of it by going through understanding the great personality Lord Nityananda Prabhu and seek his blessings. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कथामह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलान् श्रीगुरुवैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणरघुनाथान्वितां तां सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललित श्रीविशाख अन्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने घोरत्विषे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद Hare Krishna. So today let's try to absorb ourselves for next minutes. Um, the hero of the day, who has appeared on this Trayodasi to set the scene in 1474 in Bengal there was drought. Yeah, we know drought is not so welcomed and it's not at all desirable. And in the drought, the lives are very much challenged, even for existence. When the situation was that bad, um, I don't know if someone can keep muting others. That helps me. Hmm? No, everyone is mute. That's fine. So anyway, so that was situation when Lord Nityananda Prabhu appeared. When Lord Nityananda Prabhu appeared, then all of a sudden there was a rainfall. There were all grains, flowers. Everything became very, very auspicious. It is not a poetic way of just making the greatness of Lord Nityananda Prabhu in a poetic style, but this is what has happened. At the time, Ekachakra was very, very prominent, even considered very, very, uh, mm, played a very key role because it was a center or a hub of intellectual people. Yeah, all whoever want to learn. Yeah, we know expert in grammar. Yeah, there were a lot of people who used to come from different parts of the world to come and learn um, grammar, Sanskrit grammar, logic, and etc. So when Lord Nityananda Prabhu appeared to the divine family, parents Hadai Pandit and Padmavati, uh, mother, uh, everything became very, very beautiful. Everything became very auspicious. All sides there was what was before drought. There was no more drought. There was only kind of full of rains and fruits, flowers. Everything flourished so nicely that everyone became happy. So this happiness is of two types. One is the material happiness because of seeing that the drought is gone, so that everyone can once again have food, proper food. Yeah. But the happiness, the other one was which is coming from within because Lord Nityananda has appeared. What is so significant? Let's discuss little by little to understand his greatness. But yeah, when Nitai appeared, hmm, then everything became good, auspicious, and when everything became auspicious, then everyone were so much absorbed in um, what children of Ekachakra were busy at. Yeah, when Nitai was yeah a child of age 5, 6, 11, 12. So what he used to do is he was very much into enacting pastimes, enacting plays that they used to gather the kids of same age, and what they used to do is they spend in enacting stories. Yeah. These are of Rama Leela, of Dattatreya Leela, of Krishna Leela. Uh, yeah, different Leelas. And then who is the director, who is the producer, and who is the actor sometimes is Nitai. Nitai, what he used to do is he used to arrange all the kids. He used to select specifically who can do which kind of a role. He used to guide them how to do, and yeah, whatever for the costumes, whatever is needed, he used to somehow get. Uh, and when the kids are so busy, Yeah, the parents were always very, they were thinking very much disturbed. Seeing our kids, what are these kids doing? All the time they are doing something not for the livelihood. But when they saw the kids that they were with Nitai, just by knowing, they are with Nitai, that gave them so much happiness that they left kids to do whatever they want with Nitai. Why? Because Nitai stole the heart of everyone in the village. Everyone were so much captivated. In fact, when Nitai was a boy, uh, when the elderly ladies they took Nitai in their lap, uh, they used to feel the limbs of Nitai were so soft and already they are golden color, mm, yeah, very much in golden complexion, and yeah, his body was so soft they felt like as if a melting butter. They were holding butter, so soft, and in that way, when they took close to him, close to them, Nitai, they used to feel great parental love for him. So much affection, so much love was coming from within that they didn't know what is happening to them. They were very happy. They were so happy that they allowed Nitai and kids to do all the leelas, whatever they want as a dramas, skits that they were doing. That was so nice. And of course, sometimes they were also seeing to see how are these children doing so wonderfully. Mm. They were so much happy. And life is something where there is always something or the other, some problem or the other. Problems keep coming, and if we solve one problem, the other problem comes. Yeah, Eka Chakra is nothing different, but the solution was different. Whenever they had problems, what they used to do, they used to see Nitai, and then when they see Nitai, then their problems yeah, are gone. Why? Because just when they see Nitai smile, which is reaching from one end to the other end wide open with that great smile, when they see, they forget what problems they have. So that was their medicine, that was their solution. Why? Because Nitai was absorbed. um, he is totally absorbed in what? In Krishna. He was totally absorbed in remembering his brother. uh, so so that in that way, all the parents of the villages, they used to very happily allow their kids, and whenever they have time, they used to come and see the leelas that they were doing. Once there was this uh, Rama Leela, especially the Indrajit part. We know in Ramayana what happens that Indrajit will shoot an arrow, and when Lakshman will fall, and then Hanuman is asked to go and get Sanjeevani, and then when the herb is rubbed, and then Lakshman gets up. So in this Leela, Lakshman was Nitai, and then there is one who was playing Indrajit has taken a wonderful flower. He shot this flower at the heart of little Nitai, and Nitai fell on the floor. And somehow the person who is playing the Hanuman role, he forgot what to do. So he forgot what to do, and until then, what was happening here? Nitai was dead silent. He was not moving here and there, and for very long time, yeah, they were thinking the skit is over, huh? And somehow there was a confusion due to which Hanuman was still not coming. Hmm? Or actually, I think Hanuman went to get the herb, but whoever was left there, they were seeing that Nitai was not moving at all, and it became a big concern, and not only concern for kids, but also their parents, and not only their parents, but Nitai parents, and all came to that place. They were seeing that Nitai was lying breathless there for so long time, no breathing, almost literally. uh, laying down there. And after some time, this herb, that Hanuman, who was playing the role, he came, he rubbed and he mm, made it to smell for Nitai, and then he woke up. And then everyone was surprised how dedicated, how sincere he was in that role, whatever he was doing. So yeah, Nitai is very very fond of playing roles. And then someone asked, "How do you know all these things?" Yeah, there is no kind of schools where these stories are being shared. He said, "These are my stories." And Nitai, being very truthful, who is absolute truth himself, cannot lie. So all those are his wonderful leelas. So in that way, we can understand that, yeah, Nitai in his childhood until 12, age of 12, he was very much absorbed in enacting, remembering Lord's pastimes, and remembering and absorbed in that smaranam, always in that. Such a great child, uh, who is the heart of the whole village. Uh, what happened is that there was a sadhu who came, a traveling sadhu who is, who came across this village, and he came across Hadai Pandit, and he stayed there overnight. And when he stayed there, he was speaking all night about Krishna. Hadai Pandit's heart melted. His heart was so much absorbed in Krishna Katha that was coming from that saint's mouth. Next day morning, when he was mm, ready to go, or when he was ready, yeah, it was next day morning. Then Hadai Pandit thanked him and asked, "What can I do?" Then Hadai Pandit said, "I can only say if you promise that you will not uh, uh, miss, or what do you call, if you only if you can obey, yeah, your, if you can keep up your promise, then I can reveal." Hadai Pandit promised to this saint. The saint said, "I am a traveling mm, sadhu, and it would be so nice if you can give your child, send with me on pilgrim, so that he can just hold on my things, help me out, assist me. I'll be very happy if your son can become my assistant for traveling." And then what? Then their parents felt extreme pain. Yeah, no, it was not expected. It was not expected that uh, they will be getting separated from their heart, from their child, who is their heart and who is their love and who is their everything. It was great, great pain that they were going through. Of course, this is not like Vishwamitra Muni, who can simply curse and then, or who is very powerful and very fearful. It's not the case here. Nevertheless, yeah, he's a Brahmana, and Hadai Pandit has given a promise. So yeah, and while everything was going on, Nitai was ready. He just stood next to the sadhu, and he was ready to go with him. It's not that he didn't had any affection, but he understands. And in fact, that is his plan. In fact, that was his plan, because he was eagerly waiting. Of course, he wanted to grace the family of Dai Pandit and Padmavati and the village. That is one part, and keep everyone absorbed in the Harikatha by enacting this wonderful place. Yeah, all those things. But he was eagerly waiting for Lord Chaitanya's appearance. In 1496, exactly after 22 years, no, after 12 years, Lord Chaitanya appeared, and then he was waiting when the Lord appears, when there will be a message for him so that he can join him. So he somehow created this situation that a sadhu comes, takes him with him, and for next 20 years, For the next 20 years, Nitai was sincerely serving the sadhu and was traveling in the, I mean, what do you call, pilgrim, yeah, part of the pilgrimage plan. And he traveled exactly the same places which he traveled as Lord Balaram in Dwapar Yuga. Yeah, it was South Indian different holy places and including Pandharpur also. Mm. So, and I think in Pandharpur, he comes across um, Madhavendra Puri and Lakshmi Pati Tirtha. Yeah, and yeah, of course, there is further explanation that Lakshmi Pati Tirtha mm, uh, is so much. Yeah, I mean, the story is that Lakshmipati Tirtha comes to the same house where Nitai is staying, but he's hiding himself. Yeah, he's hiding himself from Lakshmipati Tirtha, and Lakshmipati Tirtha, as soon as he comes to this house, when he is speaking Harikatha, he immediately felt that in this place, there is someone, some special divine transcendental bliss. So he even asked the person, yeah, is there someone here? He said no, because Nitai wanted to be in disguise. He didn't want to reveal that he is there. And but Lakshmipati, he was so much absorbed in the katha that he wanted. He was so desperate. He was so desperate, and then that night he was remembering. He was praying to Balaram. He was praying to Lord Balaram, and he was extremely um in the mood of separation, in the mood of Ananya Bhakti. He was just calling out, "Oh Balaram, why don't you shower your mercy upon me?" And then Lord Balaram appeared, blessed him in the dream, and he also appeared and appeared in from then appeared Nityananda in his dream, and next day morning Nityananda Prabhu appeared and he took shelter at the feet of Lakshmipati Tirtha. Yeah. Yeah, he took shelter. He took the Diksha. He's asking Lakshmipati Tirtha to accept him as his disciple. And Lakshmipati Tirtha is just saying, how can I accept him? He's already the Lord. But it was in the dream that Lord Balaram was telling, accept Nityananda as your disciple. So yeah, he accepted him as his disciple. And further, the pilgrimages went, and then there was the opportunity to go and see Vrindavan. And until then, Nityananda Prabhu, he didn't spread Krishna's glories, or he didn't discuss to every place wherever holy places he was visiting. He was not just spreading, okay, take the name of Krishna and all. No, he wanted that the Sankirtan Yajna be inaugurated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by Krishna himself, and then after that, he wanted to be a servant. He wanted to be assisting um, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this spreading of the holy name. And that's how, yeah. So there is also this how Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meet first time at Nandanacharya home. Yeah. That's also where Nityananda Prabhu says, "Don't reveal that I am here." But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knows that his brother is near, so he comes. He actually asks his men. Yeah, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, "Hey, go and look for Nityananda Prabhu." Everyone goes and search. They don't find. Yeah, because Nityananda Prabhu is hiding. Hmm. Anyway, so this is just to understand, yeah, some early days or early years of Nityananda Prabhu. Yeah. Now, when we look into the tattva, when we look into the understanding of who is this Nitai, yeah, because we hear quite often Gaur Nitai, Gauranga Nityananda, huh, Nityananda Ram. Very little we know. Yeah, maybe we know more about Krishna and Balaram. Very little we know about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. It is said, Srila Prabhupada says, the mercy of Gaur Nitai, to understand what mercy it is, it is impossibly impossible. It's not at all possible to understand the glories, the greatness of them. Uh, how, what is their mercy? It's very difficult. It's very, very, very difficult. Even he says, even one is expert, super expert in understanding all the Shastras. Even still, for such a person to understand the mercy of Gaur Nitai is not at all possible. So magnanimous avatars, so magnanimity in spreading Krishna consciousness, in giving Krishna to everyone, uh, is possible only by the grace of Gaur Nitai. So when let me share. Did I already share the screen? No. Let's read some little of the glories of Nityananda, hmm, from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 5. Let me know if you can see the screen.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hmm. Yeah, we here see Vande Ananta Adbhuta Aishwaryam. Ananta Adbhuta Aishwaryam. Sri Nityanandam Ishwaram. Yeah. So let me offer my obeisances, unlimited and wonderful, whose opulence, Sri Nityanandam, unto Lord Nityananda Ishwaram, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then, Yasyechaya Tat Swarupam Agnenapi Nirupyate. Yeah, so what is that? The benefit one can get is whose opulence is wonderful and unlimited. By his will, even a fool can understand his identity. So, this is the opening verse which tells about the greatness of Lord Nityananda that we cannot understand. Huh? Even if we can become intelligent, super intelligent, whatever, to understand the greatness and glories of Nityananda, it is only possible if he reveals. Only by his will it is possible to understand his identity. Where am I? Hmm. And then comes this Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Yeah. So this is also be here whenever during the Chaitanya Charitamrita classes or during the kirtans where Gaur Nitai are to be glorified. Yeah, we can also remember this and call out Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Ah. I have described the glories of Sri Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya in 6 verses. Now, in 5 verses, I shall describe the glory of Lord Nityananda. So let's benefit from Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. These are two and the same identity. Uh, they differ only in form. Lord Balaram is the first bodily complex expansion of Krishna, and he assists in Lord Krishna's transcendental pastimes. The original Lord Krishna appeared in Navadvip as Lord Chaitanya, and Balaram appeared with him as Lord Nityananda. May Sri Nityananda Ram be the object of my constant remembrance. Sankarshana, Seshanag, and the Vishnus who lie on the Karana ocean, Garbha ocean, and ocean of milk are his plenary portions and the portion of his plenary portions. Lord Balaram is the original Sankarshana. He assumes five other forms to serve Lord Krishna. Mhm. He himself helps in the pastimes of Lord Krishna and he does the work of creation in four other forms. He executes the orders of Lord Krishna in the work of creation and the form of Lord Sesha. He serves Krishna in various ways. In all the forms, he tastes the transcendental bliss of serving Krishna. That same Balaram is Lord Nityananda, the companion of Lord Gaurasundara. I have explained the seventh verse in four consecutive in subsequent verses. By these verses, all the world can know the truth about Lord Nityananda. I surrender unto Lord lotus feet of Sri Nityanandaram, who is known as Sankarshana in the midst of Chaturvyuha, consisting of Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. He possesses full opulences and resides in Vaikuntha far beyond the material creation. Beyond the material nature lies the realm known as Paravyoma, the spiritual sky. Like Lord Krishna himself, it possesses all transcendental attributes such as the six opulences. That Vaikuntha region is all pervading, infinite, and supreme. It is the residence of Lord Krishna and his incarnations. In the highest region of that sky is the spiritual planet called Krishna Loka. It has three divisions: Dwaraka, Mathura, and Gokula. Sri Gokula, the highest of all, is also called Vraja, Goloka, Svetadipa, and Vrindavana. Like the transcendental body of Lord Krishna, Gokula is all pervading, infinite, and supreme. It expands both above and below without any restrictions. That abode is manifested within the material world by the will of Lord Krishna. It is identical to that original Gokul that are not two different bodies. There is one. Mhm. Yeah. I'm just finding. But give me one second. Yeah. So this is very important. Yeah. This is also the Mahapurusha. Yeah. Karanadaka Vishnu is also is known as plenary portion of him, who is Lord Nityananda Balaram, the favorite associate of Lord Chaitanya. I have thus explained the ninth verse, and now I shall explain the tenth. Please listen with rapt attention. I offer my full obeisances unto feet of Sri Nityanandaram, a partial part of whom is Garbhodaka Vishnu, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. From the navel of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu sprouts the lotus that is the birthplace of Brahma, the engineer of the universe. The stem of that lotus is the resting place of multitude of planets. After creating millions of universes, the first Purusha entered into each of them in a separate form as Sri Garbhodaka Sai. Entering the universe, he found only darkness, with no part in which to reside. Thus he began to consider. This is also. Anyway, so as part of the glories, just it is giving a whole context of whole creation, spiritual and material, and then to see that here 107 is saying that Lord Narayan is a part of a plenary part of Lord Nityananda Balaram, who is the source of all incarnations. I don't know if there is also explanation. No. And yeah, and then yeah. So anyway, I can share this link which gives to great extent what is the position of Lord Nityananda Balaram? Yeah, where we see that just like how Krishna is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Balaram is Lord Nityananda. It is not that it's not Lord Nityananda is an incarnation of Lord Balaram or incarnation of Krishna. No, it is just like how Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are the same. uh, and Balaram and Nityananda are same. And even yeah, we saw that they are two bodies, or actually somewhere it's second body. Balaram is second body of Krishna. So similarly here we can understand that Nityananda Prabhu, yeah, uh, is Krishna himself, is Lord Chaitanya himself, who has took a second body so that he can facilitate in assisting as a servant, in the mood of servant, in the mood of in the in the um, in facilitating what all is required for the pleasure of or the service of or the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So to support, to facilitate that, Nityananda Prabhu is very eager, and he finally reached and joined Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was very actively expanding the mood of Sankirtan, uh, have had different plans. He had different plans that he used to send everyone to go. He had called, yeah, like Haridas Thakur, Advaita Acharya, Raghunath Das Goswami, Nityananda Prabhu, everyone, and then he said, yeah, if you want to please me, if you want to serve me, uh, I want that you go from house to house, town to town, village to village, every place, from person to person, and go and do what? Preach them the name of Krishna, give them the name of Krishna. Help them out, explain them, tell that Krishna is the mother, Krishna is your father, Krishna is your friend, Krishna is your everything, and ask them to embrace Krishna, ask them to take this Krishna into their life, inspire them to take up the bhakti. And he said, don't see any kind of reservations, just only reveal to them with all, don't see who is who, just give them love of Godhead. And then, inspired by the preaching and message of Lord Chaitanya, they all went to different place, door to door. Some some used to see them, and then they immediately took the name of Lord Krishna, and God blessed. Some were were very skeptic, and not only skeptic, they were even um, not happy to see what are these guys doing, huh? There is no proper etiquette, there is no proper way, they don't look to be well, like Pakka Brahmins. uh, what are they doing? And some people even created rumors. What kind of rumors? They say, hey, don't allow these guys. They are very, yeah, I'm very doubtful. Are they really genuine? I think what they're doing is they're coming to our home. They peep into our house to see what is there, so that when no one is there, they can simply steal things, rob. Don't trust them. Some used to throw, scold them. Some used to abuse them very, very badly. Yeah, that's what happens when something comes so easily to us. We think, hey, is it really? Yeah, what did I do so that that mercy comes to me? So we don't even think that is our mercy, and that is the mercy of the Lord coming. So what is our mood is, we doubt. When some good is coming into our hand, something is, we always think, is it really? I think I doubt that person. How can someone be so good? How can someone be so genuine? I think there is some other duplicity. There is some other interests of the person. That is the reason he is acting like that. But the mission of Lord Chaitanya has no duplicity. The only focus was to spread Krishna consciousness, Everyone be blessed by the holy name of the Lord by chanting the name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That is the mission. Yeah, and that mission is what Lord Chaitanya is yeah, has inaugurated through the Sankirtan movement, and he is also asking everyone to go to every place and do this. Uh, he says, um, I mean, I have to refer that um, this holy name, yeah, distribute to everyone without any reservation, and people some take it, some don't take it, some oppose it, some even beat. And then what used to happen is, at the end of the day, everyone whoever have went on this uh, preaching, they used to assemble at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's house, and then no, Sriva's house, and then everyone used to discuss how was the day, and yeah, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to be extremely pleased by the service of everyone who even took the risk of life risk to spread the name of the Lord. And then we know this famous Jagai Madai story. What happened? Once Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu, both of them, they were uh, on this mission of spreading the name of the Lord. What happened is they were in a village and they were uh, mm, from a yeah when they were in a marketplace, they saw there were two heavy personalities who looked in very nice clothes, very rich, but they were drunkard. They were so much drunken that they were not walking so steadily. They were walking here and there. And then uh, Nityananda Prabhu asked, "Who the someone there? Who are they?" He said, "You don't know them?" And then the guys described, "These are such a hopeless guys. They are rogues. They are dacoits. They loot everything, whatever, without. They don't earn anything on their own, but they loot, and they are so rich. And not only that, they are so mm, uh, downtrodden, yeah, or very bad. Yeah, they have. There is nothing that they have not done. They did everything. They did so much that it is even described, I think, in Chaitanya Bhagavat that Jagai and Madhai. Um, anyway, I think that will come little later. I can connect that time. Have done all kinds of abusive things. Yeah, have abused women, abused children, abused rich people or poor people, and so many things. So then Nityananda Prabhu thought, yeah, what a great idea, huh? Nityananda Prabhu had. He thought, if such evil mm, persons get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and change them, then if they become devotees, seeing that such a hopeless people have become Hare Krishnas, so then everyone will become Krishna conscious. Everyone will take to it. They had a great plan now. Yes, this is really good thing. And then he and Haridas Thakur, they said, let's do this. Let's do what? We want to go and give them Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. Huh? Haridas Thakur said, your association is so problematic that even when I was beaten in 22 marketplaces, uh, that trouble is nothing in front of the trouble by being in association of you. You put me in all kinds of troubles. Yeah, you see those two, Jagai and Madai, they they are the personalities look heavy, and they can simply very easily kill us. It's a life risk. Anyway, they took that risk because they want to please their Lord, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then uh, These they had no interest to change. Why will someone change when everything is going so nice? Yeah, you have women, you have drinks, you have no, you have full independence, you have what do you call respect out of fear from others. There is nothing they don't have, and all of a sudden, why should someone change? Yeah, at least if we feel that oh, I don't have something, I will feel oh, let me try something to get it. They don't want anything. Yeah, because whatever they think, their life is super good. They had wine, they had women, they had name, they had fame. And then in that mood, when they were, then Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur approached. They were begging, oh, please, please take to the holy name of the Lord and be blessed. They simply got frustrated, irritated. They just want to attack. They were chasing. And then Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur said, let's first get out of from this place. Yeah, it's very dangerous. When they were running, these Jagai and Madai were also chasing, but they could not chase because they were so much intoxicated. They could not see steadily. They couldn't follow them. And then, um, yeah, and evening gathering at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu place. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was given update of everyone who how was it and how was the day, and when they came, Haridas Thakur was explaining, or I think Raghunath Das Goswami, I don't remember, were explaining what happened with these two, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy, the risk that they are taking, and mm, uh, and then he encouraged, yes, it's so nice, just try to give them the mercy of the Lord. And next day morning, when they again want to change, Jagai Madai, this time Jagai Madai, I mean, they were so much, they were not seeing who is in front of them. They were thinking, these are some sadhus or some beggars. And how can such a beggars, yeah? How can beggars instruct to take the holy name? Yeah? How can someone say? So they were thinking, who are they? And they literally, yeah, think Jagai took a clay pot and hit him straight on the head of Nityananda Prabhu. And then that hurt Nityananda Prabhu so badly that the blood was, yeah, flowing. Yeah, and and then Madhai at least stopped him. Okay, no, don't kill him. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know this, he came instantly to the spot and he was ready with his Sudarshan Chakra to to chop the head of who has done this. But then Nityananda Prabhu, all merciful, what he did, he stopped. Oh Lord, this this form of you in Kali Yuga is Patita Pavan. Ah, so there are so many patitas to uplift them, to purify them, to grant them the name of the Lord. You have appeared. So please show your mercy upon them. Don't kill them, but give them the name of the holy name. And then seeing this, what happened? Jagai Madai, they felt ashamed of what they have done, and they forgave. Sorry, asked, begged for forgiveness. Mm. Of course, it's also there is further detail like okay, um, forgiveness only possible when Nityananda Prabhu will agree. And Nityananda Prabhu anyway didn't had any uh, ill feeling about, or he didn't take any offense of what Jagai Madai did because he know very well that they are intoxicated, and yeah, it's more important that they take to the name of the Lord. So they, um, yeah, Lord Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, upon the request of Nityananda, he embraced Jagai and Madai. When they embraced Jagai and Madai, what happened? Something special happened. Advaita Acharya saw, of course, everyone saw. Advaita Acharya was seeing that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is a golden complexion, not even a not a solid gold, yeah, it's even a molten gold, which is just in the fire, which is like a fluid form, right? In that golden complexion of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started becoming black. It started becoming black. It started becoming black, that so much black that Advaita Acharya said that, you look just like the same Sham Sundar Krishna who is in appeared in Dwapar Yuga, blackish complexion. But this blackish complexion is not because of the beauty, hmm, but it is because of the sins that were fulfilled from Jagai and Madai. And their sins, what kind of sins? All kinds of sins. How much? Heaps and heaps of sins. How much? Yeah, that for who is that? Uh, Yamadharmaraj, yeah, who is the one who counts, Yamaraj. Yamaraj who counts, who punishes, yeah, the miscreants who have committed sins when they come land up in hell. So Chitragupta is counting, he's counting, and he's so much counting. If it even one he took 1 month, and still he says, I still there is a lot of things to calculate how many sins that this Jagai and Madai have committed. So sinful are the lives of Jagai and Madai, but they became pure. Just when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced them, they became pure. Now tell me, can we understand the mercy of Gaur Nitai? It's not at all possible. Such miscreants, huh? They are freed from all the sins. They are blessed with not only free from sins, they are blessed by the topmost, that that which is not revealed in all scriptures. In Vedic scriptures also there are, if we see only to some extent, what are the vidhis, what are the ritis to be followed to achieve at least to some level of goodness and little more of but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu and all the Panchatatvas, what they did, they have plundered that the most confidential wealth, which is the love of Godhead, and they have distributed without seeing any reservations, whether some is already in the mode of goodness, whether is someone eligible or not. They didn't see any eligibility criteria. They just gave it. And then what happened to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who was in this blackish complexion? What he did is he said, uh, he is telling that all this whatever I have took, I'm just releasing it. And then the body of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again started becoming golden complexion. And where are these sins going? He said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, these results or the reactions of, yeah, whatever the sins are committed by Jagai Madai, that will also have reactions, right? The thing is that the reactions are not going to Jagai Madai, but it will go to the people who offend a Vaishnava. If someone is offending a Vaishnava, then he is getting a part of whatever Jagai Madai have committed sins. So his proclamation has become an instruction, a statement, and yeah. So what does this means is that committing a Vaishnava aparat, offending a Vaishnava is such a dangerous thing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very, he can tolerate anything but not offending a Vaishnava. So that is the greatness of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of Lord Nityananda. In that way, he has delivered many, many, many uh, people and gave the mercy of um, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Krishna, being simple servant. What he was doing, he was arranging all whatever is needed. He understands the heart of Lord Chaitanya the best, that no one can understand. He made every arrangement in every place what he needs, and then he and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, along with all other associates, they engaged in the chanting of the holy name, day night. Anyway, in that way, there are so many wonderful pastimes, so many wonderful pastimes. And from those pastimes, what we understand is the tattva, yeah, the mood of Nityananda Prabhu, yeah. And let me try to get yeah. I think today, I mean, I've shared this link or the song. If you see the meaning of this, yeah, there are two very nice. I mean, there's many nice mm, bhajans from Narottam Das Thakur, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, yeah, and one of that is this Nitai Padakamala. Hmm? Yeah. So here it says that the first one, the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda are a shelter where one will get the soothing moonlight not only of one but of millions of moons. Huh? What is that? Nitai Padakamala, the lotus feet of Lord Nitai, uh, is equivalent or gives so much comfort, so much soothing of how much? Uh, of Koti Chandra Sushitala. Shitala means soothing. How much of Koti? Millions of moons. And then, if the world wants to have real peace, what is the formula for peace? It should take shelter of Lord Nityananda. Unless one takes shelter under the shade of Lord Lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, it will be very difficult for him to approach Radha and Krishna. If one actually wants to enter into the dancing party of Radha Krishna, he must firmly catch hold of the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. Huh? If at all our goal is to reach, if at all our goal is to reach Radha Krishna to serve them, it is possible by uh, catching hold of Lord Nityananda's feet. Anyone who has not established his relation with Nityananda Prabhu is understood to have spoiled his valuable human birth. Such a human being is actually an uncontrollable animal. Because he never uttered the holy name of Nityananda, he has become merged into so called material happiness. What can his useless education and family tradition do to help him? Being maddened after false prestige and identification with the body, one is thinking, oh, what is Nityananda? What can he do for me? I don't care. The result is that he is accepting something false to be truth. If you actually want to approach the association of Radha Krishna, you must first achieve the mercy of Lord Nityananda. When he is merciful towards you, then you will be able to approach Radha Krishna. Therefore, you should firmly grasp the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. The lotus feet of Nityananda are not illusion, they are fact. One who engages in the transcendental loving service of Nityananda is also transcendental. Always try to catch the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda. This Narottama Das is very unhappy. Huh? Why is unhappy? Therefore, I am praying to Lord Nityananda to make me happy. My dear Lord, please keep me close to your lotus feet. If you see this, this is the spirit of a devotee of Lord. We should always feel that I am unhappy. Why? Because we are not huh, blessed by what? Hmm? By the Lord, Lord Nityananda. Let the Lord Nityananda bless me with Krishna Bhakti. Only then I can be happy. Whatever I am getting the comfort, whatever I am getting the facilities, this is not happiness. Because this will be there, this will be gone. And this is not what is needed. This is not what is important. What is important is the grace of Lord Nityananda. Because he is the, it is said that he is the doorkeeper to the abode of Radha Krishna. So if at all we want to go and serve him, it is possible only when he opens the doors for us. And is it very difficult? Is it very difficult to get it? I don't know. Let me see if I can find this. How to search here? Search. Mm, I'm trying to get one more. This one. I think this is the right one. Borosukera Kobara Gaya. Mm, I think this is the right word. Yeah, I think this is the one. Let me know if you can see the screen or
Yes, Prabhuji. I
yeah.
can see.
Okay. Let me double check if this is the. Yeah, this is the right one. Yeah. So I think this is the one that gives us an understanding. Is it easy or not? I am singing news of great happy tidings. Lord Nityananda himself has opened. Yeah, correct. Has opened a marketplace of the holy name in Shurabi Kunj. So this is about that Nityananda Prabhu has opened a shop. What shop? What is he selling? What is he giving? What is the product commodity that he has? It is the holy name. The news of its great results is that he is selling the pure holy name in that marketplace for the price of only one's faith. So if we want to get the holy name, what we need is uh, only one thing, which is faith. Lord Nityananda, the proprietor of the market, seeing all the devotees become attracted, is selling them the holy name after bargaining with them. What is the bargain? Oh, brother, if you want to buy the holy name, then go with me. We must go to the presence of that great soul, Nityananda. But, sorry, you will buy the name of Krishna. I will take my commission, and all of our desires will be fulfilled. Lord Nityananda is greatly merciful. Taking only one's faith, he gives the highest ecstasy. If Nitai sees only one tears in the eyes, sorry, if Nitai sees only one's tears in the eyes while chanting the name Gaura, then he gives all the resources to that person. He gives the pure teachings of Krishna to everyone and does not care for one's birth, wealth, knowledge, and strength. Now, giving up the illusory snare of Maya, either remain in household life or in the forest as a sannyasi, for no more troubles remain. There is no more fear of the age of Kali. The merciful Nityananda gives the holy name to even the Chandalas. Bhakti Vinod calls out, except for the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda, there is no other shelter. Yeah. Huh? Bhakti Vinoda Daki Koe, Nitai Charana Bina Ar Nahi Ashray. No shelter. So, of course, because I was reading, there is no bhav coming out, there is no feeling, but I appreciate maybe hear from some nice kirtaniyas and senior Vaishnavas who can imbibe the spirit of this Bhakti Vinod Thakur that we take shelter of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. What is that we need is faith. What that what's that we need is crying for Gaura Sundara, for Gaur Nithai. When he's seeing that we are calling out Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we are singing, we are bleeding tears of pain that we lost connection with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we lost connection with Krishna, with sincerity, with faith. Then, with that mood, when we request on this very auspicious day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda Prabhu, please, please bless us so that we can develop our Krishna consciousness nicely, that we can engage in serving you. Uh, we um, will be blessed by the grace of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Yeah, thank you. I'll stop here. Mm, I mean, sorry that I didn't prepare that much, but I still nevertheless thought that for a evening to remember and pray over our requests at the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda is definitely the best thing we can do. Anyone uh, want to add something that they have come across in last days, years about Lord Nityananda Prabhu, or any questions, um, mm, how to approach the day uh, in the prayers? Yeah, if not, then thank you very much for joining. Yeah, in spite of a very busy day, being a working day, that too a Monday, you all have taken time, joined. It's I'm very pleased and thankful for that, so that I can speak for my own purification and meditations at the lotus feet of Nitai Padakamal. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री श्री निताय गौर सुंदर की जय, निताय बलराम की जय, निताय स्वरूप की जय, निताय प्रभु की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.